So I'm sure there must be a lot of things which you came over during your journey from school, from college to till here. So why don't you tell us about some incidences? How did you tackle them?
I have been very negligent about my work. I was very free-minded. I didn't have any pressure from my family to be like my income. Already I was very early starter with everything what I wanted to do. So it all started off that day only, and there's no stopping at all. If I wanted to go for a while, I do this. Obviously, I do go. And there have been instances where the tourist basically, we my close friends also now. They used to tell me that you're so young and how does your parents allow you to come to see foreign?
Family support.
We are so scared of looking at tiger at this place. So an elephant so far, and you are the only child of you are the only son basically of your father. So how do they allow you?
You had to probably convince them.
No, I didn't have to convince them because I'm convinced myself only. I don't have to convince them because it's my personal choice.
Right.
I'm doing it for the fun sake. Obviously, I go by the funda that whatever has to happen has to happen. If you get more scared, it will happen only. Okay. So that there's a saying that जो डरता है वो मरता है, जो नहीं डरता वो उससे 2 दिन पहले मरता है. Okay. So in case you have to go for such things, then you have to be brave enough to follow it also. And
as it is, entrepreneurship is also a risk.
It is a very big risk. It's a risk about the money, it's about the security that you have, where in case you take in any such thing like wildlife tourism or all, there is risk to your life. That's it. Everybody follows the risk. Even jobs today, I think they follow a risk because you never know when they drop you out. There's no security in a job also. If you're performing, you're in the company. If you're not performing, you're not in the company. So at least in entrepreneurship, you're working by yourself. You're not scared that you'll be fired. You decide when you want to get fired off your own company.
So now what about you must have faced a lot of problems or some things, some incidents must have been there.
Yeah, I think any startup would be full of a lot of ups and downs. Yeah. And of course, still the business is in the leading stage, so we still are like going on. Because it's not, as I told you, it's just commercially, it's not still viable for us as of today. But yes, of course, we're struggling because we believe in the idea. Business that we started, we didn't start, just for the heck of it. We didn't just, we weren't, so as to say, motivated by a particular company. Only that when we were really convinced about it, we found a niche for the business, and that's when, till date, we are absolutely, as what he said, that when you are convinced, so there's nothing called as convincing anybody for a particular idea. So of course we believe in the idea.
Belief is one thing which probably drives you on and on.
Yeah, of
when
course.
such stories start and journeys start with belief. I mean, if in this room we have different beliefs in our minds and going on.
So the goal has to be very, very clear.
Very clear.
So a lot of times still things happen that you get deviated, but because of the practical aspect of it. But if the goal is very, very clear what you need to achieve, then these obstacles definitely will seek a way.
For example, if I talk about travel business, not every month you might be getting the same amount of customers. So how do you cope up?
Sometimes we run into losses also.
So I mean, how is the?
It's the backing that we have. The backing that I have. It is not that we earn lakhs and lakhs of money in a particular month and nothing in the next month. We don't save anything for the next month. It has to, like in a job, you get a salary every month. if you are hired at 25,000, you will get 25,000 every month, or you will be fired. Right? So in this case, you might not earn 25,000, you might earn lakhs in a particular month. Next month, you might not earn lakhs, you might earn slightly less. Okay? So you have to balance that whole thing. The overall profit comes out after a year. When you handle this particular year, we have earned so much.
But still, you have been in this for a time, so you know which months are profitable, which are
Yeah,
not.
the months basically that you have of the holidays basically.
How do you plan for the other ones? You know, for example, last year, you know, in July, you didn't make any profit, for example. So, you know, it's not a very profitable month. So, would you be making any plans for July this year?
July, as in if there's no many customers coming to your side, so yeah, I think you hardly can do anything in that case. Because if you take on the side business as well, that I have of the wildlife, even I think in July there's rainy season. So nobody basically goes to the forest parks, even they're closed there. So you can hardly do anything about July. But yes, a month earlier or a month after, yes, you can indulge in some other activities also, just to put in more funds into it.
You shared, sorry to interrupt, you shared there is a problem in scalability as far as the wildlife packages are concerned. So that is because that you are the only one who is the guide.
See, I don't find anybody who is as capable as me in terms of telling that, because in case I find any student in Chandigarh or maybe in Uttarakhand, anywhere, school student or maybe college student, if I tell him that yes, I'll teach you something about it, so I can't motivate him actually. Like my story was different. I met that wildlife warden, he taught me so much about wildlife that I got motivated myself. He didn't force me to do it. So you cannot force anybody to do anything. In case somebody is interested, yes, obviously he can join my team also, and I can make him join the forest department as well. But as far as the tours are concerned, sometimes it is me, sometimes it is my fellow subordinates. Obviously, when they are going, then I am not learning anything out of it. It is just the clientele that I am passing on from my side to them, just to so that I don't refuse to the customer also. And sometimes when he is also busy, then we obviously tell the retired wildlife wardens basically. They are retired, they are not doing anything at all, and they are the best person to speak to in case of you want to learn something about wildlife. So they personally take you in. And moreover, there is backing of the Preservation Society of India. In case you require a particular car, a particular gypsy, a particular guide, there is easily available. Obviously, time there that is more added advantage to it, but things keep working.
So it's not a scalable model at all?
No, not at all. As far as I am personally concerned, like if I wanted to earn more money, so it was like I could only do 2 tours in a month. That's it. And moreover, it required traveling. I couldn't do it only in Rajaji National Park or in Corbett. I have to go to Ranthambore, I have to go to Ghana, I have to go to Ranthambore also. So that requires a lot of traveling as well.
So you can't have a team of guys?
See, in forest, it is difficult to hire a team. We normally give sessions to guides, basically, the upcoming guides. Guides are hired by the government, but we personally go them and teach about the wildlife and everything.
Voluntary.
Voluntary. Voluntary. They don't pay us for it. I've been to Ranthambore also, I've been to Bandhavgarh, I've taught everybody about it. But that's on a personal interest. Some people take it very seriously, they just want to learn more and more things about it. So yes, they become very good tour directors also. They might get hired by SOTC, they might get hired by Thomasco for conducting tours. And moreover, as far as the wildlife is concerned, I think it is basically the corporates from Delhi or maybe Mumbai who basically visit Uttarakhand for the wildlife tourism. Chandigarh hardly people go. So they're very fed up of the city life basically. They want to have a peaceful life for a couple of days or something like that. So only they go, or it is the corporates. So you have to have a good English speaking guide also for it. Somebody who is very compatible with them, who can understand their requirements and all. That's all. And the guides normally what the government hires is like very low profile people. maybe this is the only source of money for them.
So
That's
your-
on them how seriously they
Sorry to
take it.
interrupt, but your focus is just on these vacations of wildlife and the forests, right?
It is on the wildlife as well as the other tours that we offer. Normal commercial tour that is other countries.
Association with the.
Yeah. Where we don't have to go ourselves. No? That's just a hotel booking. We have our own suppliers. But if we talk especially about wildlife, you have to have a person, you have to have an escorted tour where there is a person whom you can interact with, who can teach you about everything. Each and every sound that you hear in the jungle, he'll have to explain everything to you, particularly for this tour. Otherwise, the tours like you go to a city, you go to any hill station, there are local guides, they can easily tell you about it. That's the most.
So these are the challenges you face
These are the challenges
in your particular trade.
we can basically the most interested people in wildlife would be people those who are training in Wildlife Institute of India, that is in Dehradun. But those people are mostly focused on research on animals. They're not focused on the travel prospect of it. I have traveling with them also. We have tranquilizers. We tranquilize any animal where we trap them and then we leave them in the jungle and conduct a study on it. We conduct documentaries on poaching. I think Gujarat basically those who hunt tigers and everything. So nobody is focusing on the travel thing, but they're focusing on the other part where they get paid by the government.
So there is a good opportunity to have a course which is focused on wildlife tourism rather than wildlife research.
Yes.
Since if there is a lot of requirement as you feel.
Yes. There is a family friend of ours that's he is conducting. He has a company there specifically on wildlife. So, like you said, that in case I am not available, we always transfer it to them. You search a plan, Lonely Planet plan Fun India. You'll find it as Mr. Mehta, Sanjeev Mehta. He is running a company that is Mohan Adventures. He takes tours on regular intervals and he has documentaries. He stays in the jungle for months and months and months. And those wildlife documentaries are actually sold to WWF, the All Animal Planet and all, in lakhs and lakhs of rupees. But you have to have the patience of it. You sometimes go to sight snow leopard in Ladakh and you have to stay there for months and months because sighting it is so expensive. You have to carry your food in a paste form, just like space people do normally. And then even if you sight it, you have a photograph, you have a 10 minutes clipping of it, I guarantee it would be sold at least for 10 lakhs. That same 10 minutes clipping. So
you talk about corporate sales and marketing and probably getting into corporation. What does it take to reach a corporate to probably sell your service or product? There must be some.
corporate is like, the major part is the billing. In case you pitch something to a corporate, the corporate people have their own charge. Like in India.
What do they look at while getting
They look at
if
the
you have
best
to serve
quotation.
corporate?
They look at the best quotation first of all. What all extra benefits the admin charge is getting out of it. First, secondly, third, what is the billing period? Basically, payment period. Whether you want it in a month, you want it in 2 months, or you want it in 3 months. So why we particularly don't cater to them? Because they're very bad pay masters. They might pay you, you might present them a bill today, you might get paid after 2 months or maybe 3 months. And that sum becomes in lakhs and lakhs of rupees. That's the minute. But you're blocking so many lakhs in just one company rather than focusing on other customers. And
So
getting
how
more
do you deal
profit.
with that?
I straight away refuse to corporates who pay us at a very after a month or so. Yes, if they're ready to pay on time, then definitely. It is the educational tools that we have. So from the school, basically you get paid immediately. That is an easier bet. rather than going for something that where your money is stuck.
So how do you do this sales, you know, this strategy on sales? Your strategy on sales, how do you do this?
We have to personally listen to people. We are in charge of the company. We have to encourage them a lot of things. And as far as the schools are concerned, you have to basically send them a quotation. Have your personal responsibility. Just try and figure them out how the products are.
Is it just based on personal meetings or you use some other?
You have to
meetings
have a
as well?
personal meeting, no matter how phone interactions that you have, even interactions that you have, it is any personal meeting that is converted into a Zoom.
And in your case, ma'am, I believe the goal of people are abroad. So how do you overcome these challenges of the sales strategy and all?
See, it's basically again, you know, we are you know, the focus market would be parents and the child together.
Right.
So, of course, you have to kind of, you know, convince them about the service, and for that we have a lot of packaging that's been done, which you find on our website, the plans that are projected in a way that they can test and try our service, and then they can, you know, go ahead with the service. Like a lot of times we give them demos of a particular subject, you know, for a particular span of time, you know, just in case to, you know, to try kind of, you know, the service. Say if a person is interested in maths, a particular subject, you know, and a particular topic out of say algebra is interested in. So we'll fix up a session for him accordingly, and then he can try the service.
So is it all based on the web?
Yes, yes.
Right.
We have our own software.
You have your own virtual classroom
Yes.
on the web.
Our own software.
Your own software.
Do you like have tutors for foreign languages also?
Not yet. Eventually, yes. Not yet.
So how can it benefit, you know, like clients or children in India?
In India, as of today, we would just see an employment project, because with us working for, you know, we as a member of the e-online tutors, it's a very, like a lot of tutors are not just dedicated tutors with us, like they are doing a full-time job somewhere. You know, because of the alteration of the timings also, that's also a plus point. You know, because we catering to US and UK, so you understand the time zone is totally different, which does not coincide with your full-time job. So we have a lot of people who are otherwise working in schools and maybe, you know, in colleges they're teaching, and we hire them for freelancing with us.
So all the lessons are they pre-recorded or you?
No. It's right. It's happening right there.
Live.
It's nothing of the sort that we are playing a video over there. Like then, you know, as he said, that YouTube would be
So you
we would
probably
be
doing
a
it,
competitor to YouTube then.
You know, VSAT or something.
We are, it's right there, the problem is addressed as like, you know, right there, like only your session is prefixed,
Right.
that's all. Otherwise, it's just like a normal home tuition, you know, I can just tell you that to explain it in black and white, I can tell you, say your home tutor is coming and teaching your child, you know, it's exactly like, we are replicating it over the net.
Just that he's not coming to your home.
He's just not, yeah, you've not physically meet him, it's just that, you know, the effect is the same, the kind of focus that's required is the same, you know, and again, you know, the kind of interaction that happens is just the same. There and then so many times, you know, a lot of problems emerge. So we have capable tutors who take care of that.
According to their own country, what time do students prefer for interaction?
According to, it's again according to their own schedules. Whatever time they suggest, we fix up students, we fix up tutors.
What's the general trend?
See, our shift begins from 10:30 p.m. in the night. But then again, we on our side, if we go, we are promising a service for 24/7. So sometimes we have students who drop in at late evening also. Sometimes we have people from Middle East dropping at afternoons also, our afternoons. So we have
The students prefer weekdays or weekends for these
weekdays.
weekdays?
Weekend, you know how it is. Everybody gets into that we are offering our services there.
In case there's a teacher who's employed in the school, she has a session in the night, 10:30.
Yeah.
So how do they go basically? They're working then 24
Yeah,
hours.
they do actually. There's a basic test that we've devised before we hire that they have to clear. It's an academic test that we've devised for tutors that we want to hire. They have to take this test. Then we have we have a whole module of a tutor who's headed by a head tutor. She interviews them, and then they have a training module for about a week's time. Getting through that, and after that they have to go on board. So again, it depends. Like usually, it's very flexible. Sometimes we hire people according to sessions, like we allocate students. Sometimes most of the times, we hire them for a span of 5 hours, 4 hours, and we have a compensation, according to the time that he goes.
I think it is more important also because since I was very weak in maths, so our teacher basically he used to run like a jet. Like other students are very sharp in that, they used to understand it very easily. So what people like me, they stay behind this. They have to copy it from the other person and get it explained from them. So in your case, I think he has their own pace. He can set his own pace.
That's the point.
Okay, I'm not able to understand it. It is a personal session. Yes, please emphasize more on this one.
Yeah, of course.
That is very easy. Had I had it in good in maths, maybe I would have been doing something else. So there are a lot of opportunities that you miss out because of maths. There is a lot of opportunities that you get.
No, because this is you can't do with like the tutor going on at his own pace. Even though we match the learning style also, but the pace has been set by the student. You have to follow that basically.
So there must be a system, like your tutors, they must be going through batches, right? And then students,
Batches as in
like there would be like classes
for
like
for
all-
teaching.
Yeah,
or
for
teach.
teaching. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
we-
no, but
we-
like no, I mean that like your tutors, they are teaching online. So a particular child, he misses that probably the time slot that he can get to another, like he can
Yeah, of
access
course.
another.
It's not that every day, it's not like a school that every day you're supposed to come from 8:30 to 2:30.
Customized,
It's
personalized.
very customized. It's even if like we have people signing up for about say for a 3 months term with us, So he would he has the liberty to come at same time every day for 3 months, or maybe for a week, or maybe even we give the liberty to come at a different time on a different days too. So it's just about like in case if that happens, suppose I come in and I take a session today to 3 p.m. But tomorrow I'm not free at 4 o'clock, so I would just put in a request that I want my session to shift from not 2 maybe at 4 p.m. So that's how it is.
As it's very flexible, as I'm getting it, and we all are getting it. It's very flexible and quite personalized. How do you plan to target Indian students as well? Because I believe a lot of people they can't go to school probably.
Yeah.
Some.
But
from
see,
time issue.
Indian market would be again a totally different project style for us. Because you can't replicate the model that you are applying in US, UK, in India,
Obviously,
even maybe 2
has to
years
be
later
Indian.
or how many years later, because the strata of customers will be totally different. The demand is totally different. The physical tutors are so easily available here at cutthroat rates, So I don't know. Maybe it would make sense for us, maybe a few years down the line, but not as of now.
Do you somewhere feel that our Indian students they are into this, that they want a physical teacher in front of them, only then they learn more,
I
or
think
they have a
so.
psych, something
Yeah,
like that.
I think so. I probably think so. I don't know how things are getting now in school, but I still feel that since it's available, it's so easily available. Like now you have more organized tutorials here also, Initially we used to just have tutors, like the parent would know the tutor or somebody would refer, but now you have full-fledged companies who are managing a set of tutors of a particular grade, junior grade, from say 1st to 5th or whatever, and you just have to call up those classified companies and they would just provide you with the I think right now the Indian market, I don't know. I mean, right now we're not looking at the Indian market as so as to